Top 3 mistakes that new and inexperienced sound engineers make. Number 3 is gain structure. So basically, the newbie arrives, it connects everything to the console, connects the speakers, and before it levels the system in the room, it starts to go connect the microphone and goes check, top the faders up, or start to play with the gain until they see some lights, and then they go and raise the fader. It's the wrong order. What you should do is first set up your speakers, set up your system, get a level in the room that is correct. Put your fader at 0, play some music, adjust. Once it's at decent level, leave it there. That's your output. Once you got that room set up, now is when you're gonna connect your microphone, but start with a microphone that everybody knows, that's M58. And you start with your check. Don't go here, and don't do it here either. Decent distance, about this much. The first thing you're gonna do is move your fader and put it at 0 dB. Then you're gonna touch the gain level until I reach the level that I want in the room. Ignore the level in the meter. The level meter works in studio. It doesn't work exactly the same on a live location. So you go, increase that, get to the level, and there you go. Having the fader at 0 allows you to have a control. Anyway, what the newbie does, they completely mess up the order. Put in some gain, I got some signal, move the fader, and suddenly it's at minus 36 dB. Well, that doesn't allow you to really have control on your channel. That's the correct way of doing it. Number 2 on the list is dynamics. Let's start with a compressor. Now, to explain that, I'm gonna give you the analogy of a microphone. So for that, I need a microphone. There you are. Okay. So you can imagine that some things, as it gets closer and farther away, it changes the level. If you talk close to the microphone, obviously it's gonna be much louder than if you speak with the microphone about here. Now, what allows you to do a compressor is to reduce the dynamic range between the loudest point and the lowest point. The difference between speaking this close and this close. So it reduces it. What you want is that difference between all the people speaking remains constant. How people misuse compression. Most of the time, they don't use it. The worst way to use a compressor is when you don't use it when you really need it. And when you use it not to understand really what it does. Most of the time I see newcomers on the industry just to take the threshold and put it down. So basically what you're doing is reducing that maximum level. Now everything is lower than used to be. So it sounds like it has less level overall. There is a very important control that is called gain. It's not the same as increasing the gain on the channel. That's already set. What you want is increase the gain in the compressor so the whole range that you just squeezed, now you level it up. So making the lowest part, when someone is speaking so far, you're actually raising that part. Now, let's talk about gates. What the newbies does with gates? Overused. A gate is like a switch. Imagine that you want to open a microphone, and instead of raising the level, you are just unmuting. What happened? You're gonna cut certain parts of the sound. The rookie mistake is actually setting the threshold too high. Number 1 on my list is confidence. Very important. For example, I was in the console and doing a sound check. I want to start with the kick and the guitar goes, excuse me. And they started to play, they started to jam. At the meantime, they are doing their own thing and you are trying to adapt to them. You are doing the sound check. You are actually testing all the lines, not them. And it's not a rehearsal, by the way. Usually you have something called the talkback microphone. Thank you. Most of the newbies, what they do is like, can I have kick, please? Can I have the snare, please? Now, at the beginning, pretty much all the bands, they behave themselves. Then someone starts to play. And by the time you are testing the overheads, the whole band is jamming. You have to take control of that. And sometimes you have to be very decisive when you say, please, we just need the drums. Now let's go to the bass, now let's go to the guitar. You direct the whole thing. So wrapping it up, that's my top 3. Gain structure, dynamics, mainly compressors and gates, and confidence. Confidence is key, and you're only gonna gain confidence by knowledge and experience. Wait. This is the number 1 rookie mistake that you see on every venue. When you see someone doing that, is less than a rookie. Throw it out of the venue.